We are dangerously close to the month of May. Let's go ahead and set up our budget. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all our May monthly budget. And of course, I have broken this up into what is essentially a 3-part process. And in regards to that 3-part process, what I like to do is create a list for our monthly goals, tasks, and to-dos. I like to create a list of all of the upcoming events and happenings. And then of course, I like to create a list for all of our bills and expenses, which of course is what is our monthly budget. As always, I am using Notion, so when I pop up the screenshots, they are screenshots from Notion. The first thing that we want to do, which is a goal for each and every month, is invest 15% of our paychecks. We also would like to pay off our monthly credit card bill, which is always due on the 19th of every month. I put on here to purchase my book club books. I am a part of 2 book clubs. Rarely do I need to purchase any additional books because normally I can get my hands on the books that we're reading without having to spend money. But sometimes that's not the case. So in preparation for that, though it would probably be a very inexpensive type of situation, I still want to go ahead and put it on my to-do list just so that I can be mindful that I may be needing to purchase book club books. Which for one of my book clubs, we are going on a little field trip and we're going to a bookstore, and I do think I may pick up one particular book by one of my favorite authors. So I may buy that. I normally don't buy books, physical books, but if I am, the whole book club is going to a place to support that local bookstore, then I feel like it's appropriate that I buy at least one book. So I may be doing that. We shall see. I also have on here still to book my hair appointment. I have not booked it as of April, so it's giving May, maybe. I could also just wear my hair out for the summer and not get my hair done. So we'll see. I do have a summer vacation coming up, and so I'm thinking if I do get my hair done, I should probably get it done before that. I have on here to book a laser hair removal appointment. This has been on here for eternity, which is okay. But the reason why I just don't book it, even though it's inexpensive, or the reason why it stays on here is because laser hair removal hurts. Do I need a touch up? Yes. Do I want to get one due to the pain? No, but I might pull the plug in May, who knows. We will have to pay my husband's college tuition for the summer semester, so I have that on here. Our semi-annual car insurance premium just released, and so we know how much we are going to be owing for the next 6 months. So in May, we need to pay our car insurance, which will be for May, June, July, August, September, and October. And then we'll pay it again in November. And we do this for the discounts of it all. Did I do my math right? May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, I did do my math right. And we already got the amount for that, and I went ahead and scheduled the payment. I'm not paying it early, not a chance. It's a 4-figure amount. It's over $1,000. I'm certainly not paying it early, but I will pay it on time. So I just scheduled for it to be deducted in May. I have on here to buy my friend a birthday gift. I don't know what I'm gonna buy, what I'm gonna do. She loves shopping, like little boutiques and stuff. So perhaps I may get her a gift card to a little boutique. Well, I'm gonna try to take her to lunch or dinner, but she's gonna be out of town for an entire week for her birthday. So it'll just have to be an early one or a belated one, but I think we can make it work. But at any rate, I do still want to maybe get her a little gift, if nothing else. Schedule the OBGYN. That's still on here. Turn in my mileage from work, which the end of May is the end of my contract, meaning that, technically I will have worked all the days that I am contracted to work for this current school year. And so my summer break starts in May, as well as my husband. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, turning in my mileage will be important, as I won't be going to work after, I think, the last Friday in May, whatever that is. So definitely important to turn in my mileage in May for April and in May for May. Because listen, when I'm on summer break, I don't even think about that job. Your girl's unemployed for all of summer. I have on here random acts of kindness because I have been making it my mission to do those and be a little bit more intentional. I have submit my W-2s. I paid the IRS to find my W-2s from a particular year and they took their payment. But what happens is if they cannot locate the W-2s, then they will refund me. So I did that probably a month or two ago. Hopefully they are able to find my W-2s. I have on here pay for counseling because we will be going to counseling in May and then prep our pool. By the way, while we're here, I have been using press-ons. Okay, this is my first set, but look at these press-ons. And I got these from Kroger. They came with glue. There were 20 of them. And I applied them in probably 10 minutes. I did buff and do all that. But yeah, good way to save money right here because this is super cheap. Events and happenings for May include Educator Appreciation Month / there's an Educator Appreciation event. For the Educator Appreciation Month, well, it's Teacher Appreciation Week. Yeah, it's Teacher Appreciation Week, I think the first week of May. My husband's an educator, so I'm considering for the first time probably getting him something, or maybe I got him something before, but I don't remember. So I'm considering getting him a gift. It seems appropriate, even though I don't think he wants like any teacher kind of gift. He doesn't want stuff, but I think taking him to dinner or something could be a vibe. In my district, there is an annual Teacher Educator Appreciation event. I went for the first time last year and I might go this year because it was actually pretty fun and we got lots of discounts on food and boutiques and stuff. So it was fun. There's also a comedy show I'm considering taking my husband to. It's one of his favorite comedians. We are going to see Cat Williams in May and we already have those tickets and got them for free using credit card points. So we already are going to one comedy show in May, but one of my husband's favorite comedians is coming to our city and he's kind of more like, kind of newer, if you will. So his tickets aren't super expensive. So I'm thinking of taking him there as his teacher appreciation gift, actually. That's what I'm thinking of. There's Cinco de Mayo in May. We have counseling, which comes with a fee. We're having a family date the day before Mother's Day. I think that's intentional. Everybody else, all the other women are actually mothers. So I'm considering like doing something small for them. If it's not picking up the tab, I don't even know what we're doing, but we go on a monthly family date with my husband's family. So I don't know if it is going to involve food, but I feel like at the very least I can get them gift cards and a card. So that's something. I have an eye doctor appointment in May. I'm assuming I'll have a copay. We go to this annual charity event every May, so I have that on here. There's a book release and that book is the one I would get when we go to the bookstore. And then my husband's tuition, I have on here book club trip, friend dates that are scheduled already, my friend's birthday, Memorial Day, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but it is the kind of the kickstarting of our summer break, and then of course summer break. So let's talk about our actual monthly budget, which typically does not take a whole lot of time. So first up, we have our gym due on the 1st at $62. That's a membership for both of us. We have 3 cars, but one is financed, so we have 1 car payment due at $314.34. Our electricity bill already came in for May and it is $157.17, which isn't too terrible down here in Georgia. Our cable bill, which isn't cable, it's technically Sling TV, it is $45.99. Car insurance via Progressive is $1,271 even. Our lawn/pest control is $85 even. Our mortgage is going up in May. Well, it's not. It's technically the escrow, and that's going to be $1,685.18. Water/sewer, I am guesstimating at $75. It's been $75 and some change the last several months, so that seems like an appropriate guesstimate, although we may be filling up our pool in May, but I think that would be something that would be an impact on June's water / sewer bill. For Sirius XM, for the one vehicle that we have financed, is $9.99 per month. It just went up, which is annoying. They can count their days. I know I say that about everybody, but I'm serious about Sirius. Wait, that is so funny. That was no pun intended. I'm serious about the Sirius, because what I'm not going to be doing is paying. That's already too much for me. The 8 something was pushing it. That's okay. I'll just call them and threaten to cancel, and then they normally offer me a promotion. For internet, which is through AT&T, that is going to be $85.30. Amazon Music, which is a subscription that we use for music. We do have Sirius, and we can use that, but primarily we use Amazon Music, and it kind of pays for itself because now you can get 1 free Audible credit. So $10.99 a month for that. Security for our home through Vivint is $52.14. I was gonna say pet insurance. Life insurance through technically Fidelity, but I think Progressive has purchased them or something. $42.19 for the both of us. Pet plan, pet insurance, or whatever you want to call it, through Banfield for my lady girl is $65.55. Netflix is $9.99. They really can't count their days as well. And shopping is budgeted at $3,000. That would mean that we are not saving any money. So you don't hear me talking about a savings, because we probably won't save any money unless we get some money that falls from the sky. Add all of that up, you get $6,971.83. Each month we try to create a budget based off of about $6,500. And so if it's a little bit below or a little bit above, that's fine. I know the difference between $6,500 and $6,971.83 isn't a little bit necessarily, but it's not too far off. As long as we're not, too far off from $6,500. And our budget is going to be a little bit more than average because we have the car insurance, the mortgage is going up a little bit, and then most importantly, in May we have a lot going on, like for Mother's Day and all of that. Also for May. In June we're going on a cruise, and so I was thinking anything that we might need to get or what have you as we prepare, we maybe can start looking for stuff in May. And then with counseling and a bunch of other stuff that we have to do, and to include putting a deposit on the backyard renovations and all of that. With all of that, I just put all of the extra money to the shopping category, and I got rid of the savings category because I don't feel confidently that we will save any money. Additionally, we both work full-time outside of the home, so we will get 2 paychecks each, and then any side hustle money that we can obtain, which would be through coaching, social media. If you don't know, my husband's a DJ as well. So we have various ways that we can earn a little extra change if needed, and those are some of the ways. But I will say with social media, that is pretty lucrative, especially when it comes to brand deals. But I don't actually have any lined up for May, so I don't know. I don't really count on it, bet on it. I don't do any of that. What I do bet on is the school district paying me and paying my husband. Everything else is just extra money that we have, which is cool, because with any additional money that we've earned over the years, we have been able to pay off debt and save and invest and all of that fun stuff, and just really enjoy life a little bit more abundantly, whereas we might not be able to be as chaotic or as reckless if we did not have side hustles. For shopping, we will be using that $3,000 for various things, to include gas for our cars, food, groceries, date nights, Mother's Day stuff, end of the school year stuff, teacher appreciation stuff, you name it. All of that would come from the shopping budget. So shopping isn't clothes and shoes, although people tend to think that. Even when you're buying groceries or whatever, that to me is also considered shopping. So much more than just clothes and shoes, because we don't really buy those anyway. Okay, that is going to be our May budget. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.